at 10:30. The morning private stream started at 9:15. So when I was scheduling them this morning, they got a little bit messed up. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you guys that are on this stream today, I have a very, very special potential treat for all of you guys that we're going to be talking about in this stream here. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to, it's the next squeeze candidate. So we're going to wait. I don't know if you guys can hear me right now, but I do have a treat for you guys. We're going to be talking about the next squeeze candidate. You guys saw Open, you guys saw Kohl's. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, I gave out Kohl's to the group a couple of weeks ago here. And if I go in and take a look at some of the community gains from the individuals in the Less Trades, More Profits community, my private trading and investment community there, again, Ethan H., massive congratulations, man. He made listen to this, guys, ready? 6,282% on the Kohl's trade. That turns $1,000 into $62,000. That's ridiculous. Then we have Reaper up 40% on his account today off of this big trade over, and GME, I saw that one too. 1,600% total on the Kohl's trade as well. Guys, I try to tell you this all the time. How many more times are you going to sit on the sidelines and wait to just watch me call out the most filthy trades in the market? The link is floating around. It's pinned to the top of the live chat. Use code July for those of you guys that are interested. It's literally $1 a day to hop in. So here's what we're going to do. If you guys can see 100 likes on the stream is a little bit aggressive. If you guys can get 50 likes on the stream in like the next, I don't know, 15 minutes, I'll tell you guys what the next big mover is. The group already has it and the group's already in it. But if you guys that don't follow me on Twitter want it on the live stream, like the stream and I'll give it to you guys and we'll outline exactly what we're doing with this one. So it's a fun one. It's a very, very fun one. I think it could be a good one. It could be the next one that fires off or it doesn't. Who knows? But we'll see. Neo over there making some really, really solid moves today as well. Oh dear, here we go. Neo up 7 3/4% here at 487, looking very, very, very solid. Let's actually take a look at Sofi here very quickly as well. Again, I tried to warn you about this one on Twitter. I've been talking about this in the YouTube videos. This is not the time to be buying Sofi. After the last 2 daily candles that we saw, it was very likely that we were going to be in for some sort of a short-term pullback here, which is exactly what we're starting to see today. Buyers stepped up a little bit on this one, but did end up overall it's down about, what, 2.5% today? So we'll see. The ticker you mentioned on the private stream, it's the one that we are all in. So if you guys can get, I don't know, 50 likes on the stream in the next, I don't know, 10 minutes, I'll tell you guys what the next ticker is. I don't know. You might want to listen to the guy that's handing out trades that runs 6,000%. All it costs you for this one is going to be a like on the stream. That's it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we did it again. And we're going to keep doing it. So, let's see here. Market's moving back up. That's interesting. Again, my main focus really going into the end of this week here and kind of next week is really just going to be focusing in on post earnings. That it's the last video in the learning curriculum series for those of you guys that just hopped in. That's really where my main focus is going to be, mainly because we have the August 1st trade deadline coming up. We have FOMC next week. And then in addition, we also have earnings season, obviously. So the market is going to be bracing for a lot of these earnings reports as well. So we are going to see a lot more choppiness out of the market. Now, again, some of these big names could move around the market a little bit. But we'll see what ends up happening. I think the market's just going to be in wait and see mode. That 6,000% in community gains is nutty. Yeah, I know. I keep telling you guys, like every single trade that I outline for the group has the potential to run multi-hundred and multi-thousand%. So I'm going to throw the link in the live chat here. For those of you guys that are watching the replay of this, it's the first link in the description. There's the link. Use code July. Make sure you guys are hopping in there. Again, once you guys see how simple this actually is, what we're doing, you'll seriously wonder why you ever did anything else in the market. So, but yeah, Neo's looking really good. I think Palantir starting to roll over. Let's see. I'm not short open. I was just going over what a parabolic short would look like on this, but it's not. You would have had to have cleared this high for it to actually work. Hold on. Let's see. What else do we want to look at here? Palantir. I want to see how this is looking today. Yeah, it's a little iffy there. That's a little iffy. Let's see. All right, you guys are what, 17 likes away on the stream from being able to get access to the next big open door trade or the next big KSS trade, which the group had, which is absolutely nuts. Ethan, man, congratulations, man. You deserve it. That's insane. That's insane. NVO making moves? Yeah, after we talk about the new trade, I'll actually make the joke as how it relates back to Novo. Let's see, is it moving today? It's moving up a little. Again, it just rejected off the daily 10, I think, so it's got to get back above there. Yeah, if you guys want it, I'll give it to you. If not, we're going to keep it for the group. I just want to get to 50 likes on the stream first. Little quid pro quo here, all right? All right, that's it. That's all I asked for. Little quid this for that, you know? Like the stream, I'll give you the next big one. It's actually interesting. I mean, the thesis on this, if people start talking about it, it actually might be bigger just because of what its name is. We'll see, though. We'll see. I don't know. It may not work, but who knows? When the market starts getting hot like this and you're going to give me a setup like that in this type of environment, I mean, it's tough to say no to. What are yields doing today? Yeah, I like what the 10-year is doing, moving down to that 200 EMA there. I'm a big fan of that. Let's see. 8 likes away. KSS. KSS, I get, that's the, so Hush Puppy. KSS is the one that I gave to the group a few weeks ago, and that's what Ethan was able to make 6,282% on, which is disgusting. And then Reaper over there made what, 1,655%? I'm telling you guys, I don't know how many more you guys want to see to know that LTMP is the place to be. I'm just going to keep doing it. Like, I'm just going to keep calling them out. They're so nasty. I don't know why more people don't operate in the market like we do. It's just strange. It's very strange. But let's see. Market's starting to move back up here. Is there anything coming through the news feed? I don't think so. FBI ends. That's nope. Nothing too crazy there. So is the pullback just from earnings coming up? It's not even really a pullback. It's just still chopping around in the big daily range that we've been in. See? Just a failed breakout. That's all it is. That's all it is. Well, 6 likes and then we'll start talking about it. I mean, we're going to talk about it at some point today, but it's a fun one. I think it could be fun, especially with what its name is. It's pretty heavily shorted. Can I show you what the Discord looks like? Why? It's very simple. Like we have the announcements, market chat, community gains. You have the start here message. You have the stock watch list. You have the crypto watch list, the pre-market plans. Also, here's the thing, Venkat. If after what do you call it? The 6,000% gains, the 1,600% gains, all of the other multi-100% trades that you guys have seen in the group, or like the group hit over the last few weeks, and you're still kind of sitting on the sidelines, it's like, I don't know. You might be beyond help at this point. It's very, very, very simple. Like, the new people that are coming in are just able to learn it very quickly. Like, what's his name? Sammy? Sammy sent a message today, or yesterday. He's up 40.32% since joining the group on the 30th of May. I don't know, man. All right, 5 more likes on the stream, and then I'll talk about it. It's moving back up a little. I'm already green on it. I mean, what am I up on this? The shares are up what? They're not up very much. 3%. 3%. It could be fun, though. If we're going to be in this type of market, it could be fun. We're just wondering you were new here. That's fine. It's just like, it's very simple. Like, everything that I do in the market is incredibly simple. It's why it works so well. Let's see. Is Neo gonna hit 5 today? Oh, guys, Neo ripping. Oh, I'm nicely green on Neo now. That's nice. I'm nicely green on Neo now. That's pretty nice. Yeah, and it's only $1 a day to hop in for your first month with the code July. I make it so easy for you guys to make money. Palantir rolling over. Little, it's holding the 10. I kind of like that. Let's see. Ooh, 3 likes away, and then I'll talk about it. Ooh, it's moving down now. Uh-oh. It's moving a little lower. The new fun one. I don't know. It may not work. I mean, again, it's the risk is already set up. The risk is predefined. If it rips, it rips. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Simple as that. But when the market gets hot like this and you see those types of opportunities, I'm definitely going to take a shot at them. MU, we can take a look at MU. Not a fan of this chart here. Again, I think we've talked about this one a lot, that this one looks like it wants to roll over, come back down to these levels that I was outlining for you guys. You are getting down into this area now, so this could be a decent spot for a bounce, but that is not really a trade for me. You know? All right, let's see. 2 likes away, and then we'll talk about it with you guys. You guys are right at the finish line there, too. Right at the finish line. Let's see. Neo might hit 5 today. That'd be pretty sick. It's going, man. It's going. There we go. Moving back up on that name. AMD, I don't think is looking very good either here. No, where's Facebook actually? Because that was actually looking decent. Oh, no. Back down. Back down. What else are we looking at? Tesla, ahead of earnings. Again, this is again, all that volatility that we're seeing pre-earnings here. This is not one that you really wanted to be a part of. Let's see here. Gold up 1%. Woo! Yeah, but that's, I mean, how many, like, that's 6,000% trade, guys. That turns $1,000 into 62,000. I think it's actually 63,000. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Congratulations, Ethan. That KSS trade is, that I think takes the cake for largest percentage gain trade of the year so far. Yeah, I think it does. All right, we hit 50 likes. You ready? The new ticker that has the potential, again, there is no guarantees in the market. You guys that are degenerates in the live chat, do not do anything crazy on this because I don't want to hear it. The risk is already defined for me. If it loses, it loses. But if it rips, it could be a really fun one. All right? Here's what it is. Dnut. Dnut, 33% short interest. It also has a ticker like Dnut that if that starts getting spread around social media, it could get a little bit of nonsense, like immature hype. Could be a fun one. Could fail. Who knows? It's got a pretty decent breakout today. Let's see what these things want to do. Do what you want with this information. Oh, yeah, there was an 8,000%. No, Ben hit Datadog. Yeah, so that's what it was. Okay, I did think there was an 8,000% trade. Yeah, Ben hit Datadog for 8,000%. So, sorry, Ethan, you don't have the crown for the best trade out of the Discord this year yet, but almost 6,300% is no joke. That's pretty good. That's still pretty good. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. I think I own this one at like 347. It's like here, I think. Right there. So, we'll see. Pretty nasty breakout on this one today. Let's see if it wants to follow through. If not, okay. But that's what the ticker is. Dnut. I tweeted it out too. 33% short interest. You got retail hype. You got Wall Street Bets doing it. You got a, what do you call it? You've got a decent area. This is not chasing. This actually looks like it's in a decent spot. All right, I'm fine with taking a little risk on this one. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So what's my thought on Dnut? Did you not listen? I'm long at 347 with a stop below day low. That's what I've got on it. $33% short interest. Share trade? Yeah, oh yeah. This is for sure a share trade. I think Kimberly took the options and she was already up 150% on them on the move up, which was nice. Yeah, there's Ben. Yeah, so Ben has the winner for biggest trade for the group this year, 8,000%. Ethan, close second at 6,285%, 6,285, which is pretty good. You'll break the record with your free Google on earnings. You might. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with this. It either hits or it doesn't. If it doesn't, whatever. If it hits, though, could be a fun one. Neo's still looking pretty good here, too. Why do I have this? I don't know why there's an alert there. I'd like to see it hit 5. Neo getting through 5 today would be pretty big. Dnut could do it. Oh, it definitely can. Took a long, cheap option up 62%. Nice. Yeah, the Discord, again, was getting into this one earlier. This is actually one that we've been watching for a few weeks. It's kind of how we got KSS, too. Like, that one was... You guys brought that one up. We were talking about that one a lot in the live chat, and I was like, you definitely could do it. Looked good on the breakout. I think Ethan had short dateds on it. That's why he was up so much. Yeah, Ethan had wow, he gemmed that one. July 25th expiration. That's crazy. What were Reapers that were up 1,600%? January of 2026. So that's still really, really crazy gains. So, but we'll see. We'll see across the board what happens here. Neo still looking good, cruising up to that $5 area here. Yields are down. We've got a lot of interesting things happening in the market here. Open. What's it doing? It's up 6%. So open yesterday, again, when I was talking about this one, this is not a stock you buy up here. Dnut is at a good spot where that actually makes a lot of sense. But chasing open, and that's why I talked about it in the... You typed before he said it? Oh, that's fine. Hush puppy. Yeah, I think there's a little delay on the stream too. But like I said, I mean, I made that video on Instagram and TikTok yesterday when the stock was trading above 4. And then like very soon after, it started to get whacked. So this one in particular doesn't really have the parabolic short setup yet. It would need to start gapping again above yesterday's high. But I want to use this one as an example that if it does do something like that, I want to show you guys what those look like in real time. Because MicroStrategy was the last one that did it. But I want to be able to show you guys one. Rivian. I think they got some decent news, didn't they? Yeah, Rivian I do like here, especially if it can start consolidating in this area. This could be a very, very, very fun one. Let's see. What else we got here? My computer's like slow today. But I do like how Rivian looks. Oh, we didn't even do our good mornings today because we were so excited about everybody or you guys making 6,000% on Kohl's and 1,600% in the new potential trade. Let's do our good mornings now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, we'd love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Cost you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot. Spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. We have a 150 like goal on the stream. Let's see if we can hit it. Be pretty fun. Be pretty fun, man, especially after all of these nasty ones. Let's see who we got in here. I'll scroll back up. We got Eddie, Graham, Daily, Taylor, Rogue, Mole, David, Garrett, Ricky, GC, Kimberly, Mo, Hush Puppy. We've got Vencat. We've got Reaper. We've got Jean Lynn. I think that's John Lynn. I hope I pronounced that right. Keanu. We've got, who else? Josh, Ben, C. Rich, HW. We got Tor. We got Rohan. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. These trades could be very, very fun here. Congratulations to everybody that's in the group, nailing those epic multi-thousand percenters there. 6,000% is no joke. You are going to be making STV ETF. We should, man. We'd crush it. But yeah, for those of you guys that still need to hop in, remember, I mean, I show you guys this stuff time and time again. I don't know how many more times you need to see me call the most epic trades in the market to realize that joining up with LTMP for $1 a day with code July is probably where you should be. But other than that, let's have some fun today. I mean, Dnut green on this position here. We'll see what happens. I'll just throw an alert at day high. If this thing wants to get a little squeezy, that could get fun. Datadog setting up? Is it? Again? Yeah, actually it is. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. We'll keep an eye out there. Ooh, the dollar. What's up with the dollar? I mean, the yields are getting tanked, but like, I don't know what. Yeah, see, I don't. This is kind of weird. This isn't making a whole lot of sense. You have yields coming down. You're seeing a bid in the treasury market, which actually could suggest a strong dollar, and the dollar's moving down. It's kind of weird. So again, what we were talking about with the dollar is we need to see it like continue up through 100 in order for us to say foreign money is really starting to funnel back in. I think what could be happening right now is people are getting a little bit worried about August 1st, and especially what happened with Liberation Day. They're kind of thinking that Trump may not chicken out here, and they're kind of getting a little worried. So we'll kind of see and wait and see how the dollar develops after August 1st there. Craig, welcome. Small position at Dnut at 350. Welcome, man. Welcome. Yeah, mine's at like 347, I think. I got a good fill on it. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, again, these are the ones that like they might end up really skyrocketing or they might not, you know? But what I will say too is that like, especially with what we were talking about on Open yesterday, like, guys, I hope some of the things I talk about on these streams with you guys, like not chasing, like my whole methodology is finding stocks about to explode before they do. And then I come out today and you see Open way off the highs and you see Kohl's for the group making people 6,000%. And now we have another potential one in Dnut here that if it works, great. But if it doesn't, again, like, what do you call it? DraftKings today, or Apple yesterday. Apple, I ended up cutting at break even, which is perfectly fine. And then DraftKings, I think, was what? Maybe it was down 8%? Okay. Every position that I outlined for everybody has the potential to run multi-hundred and multi-thousands of %. That's why I like to say that the outcome of one individual trade is meaningless, because it is when you trade the way that we do. And we operate in the market the way that we do. NEO getting dangerously close here to that $5 area. Now, the one thing I will say about NEO that we should all be a little bit kind of, is that the last time that they had a lot of these pre-orders for a new Envo model, the actual rolling out of the model and getting it to their consumers was not great. And there were a lot of complaints. So I was talking about this like a couple of months ago. I was like, I hope now that they've seen what this process is actually going to be like, hopefully this time they're able to kind of get it under control and make sure this process is going to be a lot smoother. Let's see. Rivian starting to set up nicely here. Market kind of flashing around all over the place here. That doesn't look great. Thoughts on APLD? I think that one actually fish hooked, didn't it? Ooh, I don't know. That's not one that I'm going near. That's not one that I'm gonna go near. Not really one that I'm all that interested in there. What else do we want on here? It's kind of it. I mean, the post-earning stuff is gonna get nutty. That's where a lot of the big percentage return trades come from. Which is actually interesting because the two this year that are the number 1 and number 2 biggest percentage returns for the LTMP group are not earnings trades. Datadog was an S&P edition, so that was 8,000% for Ben, and then the Kohls was not as well. USD long? No, I'm not doing that. After August 1st, maybe I would consider doing something like that, but not yet. Not yet. I need to see a lot more because the dollar, you're really playing the macro game and you got to have a lot longer term of a view. Which, if you think about it, with the new big beautiful bill, the run it hot narrative, the increasing of the deficit, the dollar should actually weaken. So we'll see. We will see. I want to check the news feed, see if there's anything crazy going on here. I don't necessarily think there is. No, people are just liking that Dnut tweet. I think it's got some potential. We'll see if it wants to go. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know? It's kind of how those go. I might make a little Instagram video about it. RZLV. Resolve AI. I feel like you asked me about this one the other, it's not bad. Like, it's an interesting looking setup here. I'm not a big fan of these wicks, and you're right below the 200 EMA. I also know nothing about this company, so I can really only look at the chart for you here. It's not a bad chart, but you do have a lot of sellers up above this 308 to 330 area that are just kind of waiting for you there. And then you're going to have to deal with the 200 EMA. But Neo, 6-7 cents away from that $5 area. That could be fun. Again, I don't own very much of Neo. It's like 4,000 shares at $4.55. It's nothing crazy. Treating it kind of like an option. Like if they're actually able to turn things around and this thing can get going, all right, make a little bit of money. You know? Dnut still hanging out in the green for us. I'd like it to go at some point today, go on a nice little spike towards those highs. That would be pretty fun. I'm going to try to get a YouTube video out for you guys today too. I was going to do one yesterday, but there was literally nothing going on. I was like, there's no point in me just sitting here talking about nothing, you know? You bought more Dnut? I mean, you guys do whatever you want. Buy it, don't buy it. The main thing, again, is I'm just talking about it with you guys in here just so that you guys can see my thought process of like how I do things sometimes. Like this is not typically stocks that I would go for, but the setup looked pretty interesting. You've got a decent amount of short interest on it, which typically I don't care about, like really at all. But in this niche environment where you are seeing like Wall Street bets and all of this retail stuff coming back in, it's like, all right, these might get a little bit of action. So, but you got to know where the risk is. So I'll tell you guys right now, if we hit this day low, I'm out. I'm not holding this. It's just a trade. Just like, and I know a lot of you guys are not going to listen to that. You're going to be like, no, to the moon. Nope. And I will be selling if it rips. If we get a big rip on this thing, like a big gap up, I will be selling. Weed trades? Ooh, yeah. I think you brought up Neo dangerously close here to that $5 area. RXR. I feel like we looked at this, didn't we? Because you brought this up yesterday. It looks good. If this can flatline above the... Is this weed? I don't know. I don't think so. Drug candidate? Yeah, it's a biotech. This is going to be something that I am almost all of the time going to be staying away from. Here's why. So this is another... I stay away from biotechs for one specific reason. I have no edge in it. I have no edge in biotech. There are people out there that have a much deeper understanding of the FDA approval process, drugs, but yeah, I will look at the weed stocks in a second. Like all of the different processes, the chemistry, the different use cases for these drugs. I don't have that ability, and it would be very arrogant of me to then go in and try and play in an arena that I have no expertise in, you know? So that's why I leave it. I leave biotech alone. Like leave guys like Martin Shkreli to go do it. I can't do it. It's just not in my wheelhouse for biotech in particular. But we can look at some of the weed stocks here, like ACB. Ooh, it's moving a little. RKT, that one I gave to everybody at what? 11.89? What's that at? What's that at now? Yeah, that's a good one. It's moving up. I wouldn't touch it now. You're chasing. What else? MSOS is the weed ETF. That looks good. Not great. Like, I wouldn't do anything on this now, but this is an interesting one. Neo, about to hit 5. Who's long Neo? Is anybody long Neo in here? I feel like a lot of you guys are. Everybody should be green. If I'm green, you guys should be green. Just hunting up to that $5 area. And again, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you guys drop a like on it. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot spreading this information out. Again, I think you guys are going to hear I do things a lot differently than a lot of these other people on the internet. If you want to have different results than everybody else, guys, you got to think and act differently than they do. And you don't have to think that differently. Which again is why it's like I can call out these like 6,200% trades and the multi-1,000% trades very consistently to the individuals in the less trades more profits group. Targeted Newsmax. Newsmax was one that I tried and it didn't work. See, I can show you where I was trying to nail this one. Right here on this breakout. Didn't work. That's fine. But no, I would not be touching this one now. TGX? What's this? Are you talking about TJX? I still wouldn't touch this either. But yeah, Newsmax was one that I was interested in for like another Weeble move. Like I gave you guys this one at what, 1189? Oh wow, that one actually started ripping back up there again. Yeah, the plan with this one for the trade was right as it hits the 200 EMA here. Move stop to break even, target either 1424 or what was this? 1424, right? Yeah, 1424, 1425, then 15 and move stops to the 200 and then you're out of it. But this thing is moving back up now. 6,000 long on Neo. There you go. Yeah, I mean, my position is not big on it by any means. It's a little fun trade that I think if it goes, it'll be fun. But I'm not looking to like... This is the other thing I think that retail makes the mistake of a lot. There's Neo at $5. They're like, I'm going to try and retire off this one. It's like, That's going to cause you to make very, very, very bad decisions. You're going to hold stuff for too long. You're going to fall into these echo chamber rabbit holes. It's just not going to be something that works out long term. Because also, like, we have the ability as well to identify so many of these, like Palantir in the teens, Hood in the teens, what is it, Sofi at 655. Like, we can just keep rinsing and repeating over and over and over. Well, I wasn't on YouTube doing this, but like I owned AMD at $11.39. But yeah, you guys aren't in the group yet. I don't know what you're waiting for, man. Oh, look, another multi-1,000%er. I told you guys last week that we were going to come out this week, and I'm going to come on the stream, and there's going to be a few days where I'm like, I told you. I keep telling you, every single week, we're going to have these. Explain why I like that chart. Is something big happening with the company? No, it's just the chart. It's just the chart. But Mole, everything that I look for, it would take me too long right now to fully explain to you everything that I'm doing, and that's why the learning curriculum videos in the Discord are there. It's not like, oh, here's this, buy this now. That's not how it works. And we were talking about that on the stream today. It's understanding how to execute. Like, that's why I say too, like when I talk about these on the stream, like unless you know what you're doing and you have a good understanding of like kind of the things that we do around here, don't touch them, you know? Because the process that I have is very simple, but you gotta like understand like all the different parts of it, you know. But you go through those videos, it's gonna be. Which Mole, I think you're in there with us. It's just the same. It's just the same stuff that we always do. Can I look at Sundial? Yes. I really like what yields are doing right now. I mean, it's. People are going to start talking about this as like flight to safety, but like I just like that there's a bid in the bond market now, and you're not going to have these people on the internet being like the 10 years going to 5. No, it's not. Sundial, yes, I can take a look at SMDL for you, which I think looked okay. Yeah, I'd like for this one to flatline a little bit more, consolidate in here, kind of form a little period like this, and then I'd be interested. The problem is it's got earnings next Thursday, so. LTMP is a great place to learn. Yes, it is, Tor. Well, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you back in here. What the? That's why that. Yeah, I think this could be a fun one. Dnut. Like, think about it. I'm also thinking about this from like, oh, we've identified this name. Like, and we've been looking at this over the last few weeks here, but it's also a ticker named Dnut. Like, you really think the immature people on like Wall Street Bets, if they get a hold of this or social media gets a hold of this, you're not going to have like a bunch of people talking about a stock called Dnut? Like, I hate to say it that way, but like that could easily get some momentum. It may not, but like, who knows? Like, you see cryptos do that all the time where people are like, oh, haha, look at this funny name, and then they just buy it, you know? So that's really not part of the thesis. I'm just saying that that could happen. Yeah, Tor, yeah, we were talking, I was, what do you call it? He was in the live chat the other day. He was like, oh yeah, my cousin Tor told me to hop in. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, dude. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, this one has the potential to do something fun. Not to like go to like 50, but like to be a good trade, you know? So we'll see. Neo tapped 5. That was pretty cool. That's pretty nice. So, and then again, you guys have questions about the market, investing, trading, anything? Let me know. That's what I'm here for. That's why I do these streams with you guys. So that like people finally have like a place to come and like learn without all of like the nonsense. Like, it's very rare. Like, I can't even think of one time in like the last 2 years, maybe a year and a half, where like we've looked at a stock like Dnut and are like, oh look, it's shorted, let's buy it. That's not part of the core methodology there. It's just if they're gonna pump things like open and then they're gonna throw things up like Kohl's and then do that stuff, it's like Dnut. It could do it. Baba needs a few days? Yeah, let's actually take a look back in at the China names because I will be interested in those if they did. Yep. Reaper. There we go. After the 1,600%er on Kohl's, coming in with this too, reminding me of Baba. I love it. Yeah, that could be good. That could be very good. I'm going to throw a placeholder alert on this, but like it doesn't mean that I'm buying it above there. I just want to know if it breaks it so then I can kind of like recalibrate, you know? But we'll see. We will see. I mean, nicely green on Dnut here. You get that gap fill, that could be fun. It'd be nice to see like a Kohl's move. Oh, here was the joke that I was gonna make. This was the joke. It was long Dnut, which is Krispy Kreme, and then Novo. So it's like financing both sides of the conflict. Like, you guys get. I hope that makes sense to you guys. We're buying donut stocks and then Ozempic. It's perfect. It's the pair trade of a lifetime. Just kidding. I'm making jokes, but it is funny. Oh yeah, PDV's going. And it's gone. All right, Dnut, you want to creep towards those highs? I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it. I thought that was pretty funny. Also, did you guys see Chamath? Okay, this is probably gonna make more sense to like my brain, but like Chamath outlined a trade, which was, I think it was long S&P short Mag 7, and it's generated like, I don't know, 2% or something. And everybody's clowning him on social media like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, just like why are you? And he's like, oh, have you guys never heard of an ISDA and slapping leverage on it? It's like, dude, your audience is just like everyday people. None of them have ISDAs. Like, Chamath, a man of the people. All right, here comes Dnut a little. I don't know, man. Maybe it rips, maybe it doesn't. But I do think it's got some potential here. If you don't know what you're doing, don't touch it. Please do not start slinging things just because the magic internet man that calls out multi-1,000% trades said something. Just don't, you got to understand the reason why everybody's able to make those big gains in the group with us is because they understand the concepts that I teach. It's not just like, oh, look, buy this. That's not what it is. How high do I think bull will go? I actually think with that new regulation coming out, which is quite honestly a little silly, like moving the day trading requirement from 25,000 to 2,000. What people don't realize, and I used to get a lot of questions on this. They were like, "Oh, how can I day trade or trade with less than 25,000?" I was like, "You can trade with $10 if you really want to. It's just don't be in a margin account." And the other thing is too, is that if you're day trading and you're burning up all of your settled cash, you're trading one, too much, and two, too big. So that whole $25,000 like pattern day trade rule requirement is actually like, it's pretty useless. Like it doesn't actually do anything. It's not a rule that anybody should actually realistically ever run into. But you could see a lot of these people that didn't know that rule, that was how the rule worked, come in and be like, oh, I'm now going to start day trading now because the requirements are lower, you know? So that could drive revenues for Robinhood, Webull, and a lot of these other brokers as well, interactive brokers. So it could do well. I think the problem with Bull right now is that like I'd have to go through a lot of their fundamentals, which I have not yet. It just had a good trade setup. That's why I outlined it for everybody. I was like, this might be one where you buy first, ask questions later off of a trade setup, move your stop to break even, and then just let it rip. So for those of you guys that did that, you're sitting in a really, really solid position. If you treated it like a trade and you moved it up, your stop up to the 200 EMA, well, you still made a bunch of money on it because it went from 11 to 14 and then 15. You had two nice take profit areas there. So, I like how Dnut looks. I want to see it go boom boom. I mean, it's up 10% today. That's pretty good. That's not bad. That's not bad. But yeah, also, if you guys have any questions about the group and everything like that, just let me know. I mean, you can go read the reviews on the site, but I'll throw the link in the live chat for you guys here too. I mean, I could charge way more for this stuff than I do. But prices will be going up in September. Not for the people that joined before the price increase. You guys will be locked in at the lower rate, but right now you guys can get your first month for 50% off. It's literally $1 a day with code July. What else we got here? Dnut chopping around. You got SNDL looks interesting. It just has earnings too close, so I'm probably not gonna be looking at that. I like what yields are doing. I love what Neo's doing today here too. That's a big move. Do you care what the price targets are? No, not at all. Does that not matter? No, it doesn't. Here's why though. Like a lot of the things that I say, Mold, like they have a reason behind them. The reason I don't care about analyst price targets is because the analysts, sorry, morons. I'd rather put out a price target for something than, or listen to what I think versus some analyst. Like you can look at, let's think about it like this. The analyst performance is out on websites and like how often they're getting these price targets correct. And almost every single one is absolutely horrible. Like their performance with the results of these price targets that they put out are god awful. So then why would I listen to them? You know, that's the reasoning behind it. It's not just me sitting here being like, no, I don't care about the price target. It's like, no. The historic performance of these analysts as a whole is terrible, so why would I listen to it? You know? That's why. But no, when I'm looking at the charts and everything, no. It's very simple. Mo, I thought you were in the group with us. If you are, you've missed out on step one. Step one is going through the learning curriculum videos, because that's all answered in there for you. But no, I don't care about price targets. What people actually used to say about price targets, especially from Goldman, and they did actually do this. They used to downgrade stocks, and then the stocks would sell off, and then they'd buy them, and then like 2 or 3 months later, they'd upgrade them. All right, don't sue me. Okay, Goldman was just an example. You should have videos. Dude, Romeo, don't confuse people. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos. But I thought there was like a court case or something. I could be wrong, but like there's a lot of there were rumors back in the day that these big institutions were doing that stuff. And they'd be like, well, here's the evidence. And then the stock would sell off. They'd buy it. They'd upgrade it later because the valuation was now different or things could have changed. And then the stock goes up. You know? It's honestly quite brilliant. If we're being quite honest, it's pretty genius. Like, that's pretty smart to do that. OKTA? Sure. Got to get above the 200 EMA here. You just broke down and are now retesting it. You got to get above. There's nothing there for you right now. Dude, I love days like this. Seeing you guys make, like, quite honestly, like, some pretty life-changing money in there. Let's see. Jake! Welcome to the group, my man. Here is the welcome message. There you go. Start there. Everybody, go in market chat. Give a nice, warm welcome to Jake there. We're going to get you going, buddy. Watch the learning curriculum videos. Ask me questions. That's what I'm there for. The next 2 weeks are probably going to be a little weird just because it's like you have FOMC, you have August 1st, you got earnings season, but if you have a good understanding of options, go watch the last video, or it's technically the first one when you click on the, I don't know how it looks for you guys when you like click on the thing, if it starts you at the beginning, but I'm pretty sure it's just, what do you got? What's it called? Oh, it's turned 1,000 into over 60,000 with this trading strategy. That one used to be out publicly on YouTube, and then I just kept it for the Discord. Also straightforward and easy to understand. So simple, I was even able to figure it out. Plus, the group as a whole is always helping see stocks that are about to explode before they do. Yeah. If you're not in, you should be. Thank you, Romeo. I appreciate that, man. This could be fun. Oh, we'll see. Slightly green on it. We're gonna wait, see how that one ends up playing out. That's a textbook shares trade though. I would not buy options on a $3 stock. We're gonna let that thing cook. We got a lot to do today. We've got Instagram videos to make. We've got YouTube videos to make. We're gonna probably have some fun on Twitter. You want to join, but you have questions? What are your questions, Tim? Even if SCV takes a day off, Discord has pretty nice ideas. Yeah, dude, I was like away one. Oh, yeah. Remember when I had to go to New York and I'm sitting in the airport and then you guys nailed Hershey's and Pfizer and I was like, that's the point. It's teaching you guys to be self-sufficient. It's pretty rare that I'm not around, but like I was on a plane and I almost took them, but I was like, I don't want to be on a plane with trades. Are DHI and NOC potential post-earnings setups as of right now? I don't think so. I think DHI might have fired, but I think the option chain was horrific on that. That actually probably validated. Let me look. Yeah, the entry was at 145.71, so that would have worked. But again, I think the option chain would have been a graveyard, so I would have been careful with that one. NOC, I don't think so. NOC, I don't think gapped enough. Let me look. I don't think. Might have. Nope. Wasn't up enough. Am I still in DraftKings? No, like I was talking about on the morning stream, Josh, it flirted with that move up to 45, and then once it took out today's low, I was like, I don't want this anymore. So it was basically right here is where I was getting out of it. I think those were down 5%, 8%, something like that. But no, I'm not dealing with the drama. Which is kind of how I do a lot of different things. Like if the charts are going to show me a lot of drama, no thanks. I do that in my personal life too. Drama, yeah, no, not listening. No, don't care. Leave me alone. Target too close to earnings. No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want it. It's Target. You guys are gonna ask me a million times a day if I bought Target now. Like, you're gonna be like, do you buy Target? Do you buy Target? Do you buy Target? No, I don't want Target. Let's see. You guys are doing pretty good on the like button today too. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Where's open right now? Is that thing crashing and burning yet? I tried to tell you. Yeah, if you guys watch that, let me see. What was the price in the Instagram video? $4.64. You didn't get to watch much this morning? Well, did you? No. Yeah, I wanted to hold on to it, Josh, just because like there were two things that were going on with it. One of them is a little tinfoil hattie, which I know not to poke you. It's weird. I've seen this happen so many times where like if you're in a trade and the stock starts moving against you and the options start either going up or not moving down, I've seen this happen enough times to be like, all right, this is something I probably should pay a little bit of attention to, is that there's something coming. Which in this case, it was probably just earnings coming up with DraftKings. The premiums were inflated and they were just going to keep them elevated. The second, though, was more of the reason why I held it, was that the market had like a 40-point nuke session, and DraftKings held pretty well. So I wanted to see how it was going to react today. It tried to get above that 45 area a few times, got knocked back down. I'm perfectly fine with taking one of the smallest paper cuts in history. You're 56, not very good with computers. This would be a very new thing for you. Tim, I would say it's a pretty simple thing to pick up. Like I've had people in their 70s jump into the group before. Not to say that it's like an age thing, but if you understand how to execute trades, you'll be fine. The only difficult thing, which I don't think will be that difficult, is that when you sign up through the WAP link, all you have to do is link your Discord account to your WAP account and you get automatically input into the Discord. Now, you might have to make a Discord account to do that if you've never used Discord before, but Discord's very simple. It's like if you use Slack at work, maybe. It's very similar to how that looks. And then I don't have like one of those groups where there's like 18 million like tabs. Like it's very simple. Like there's the announcements channel, there's the chat where we all talk in, there's community gains where we get the victory lap, there's the start here message, which you really only need one to read once. Then you've got the stock swing watch list, the crypto swing watch list, the pre-market plans, which you're probably going to look at every single day to look at the streams. And then you've got basically the Swing Kings course, and that's basically it. And you're good to go. In the Day Trading Mastery course. But 95% of what we're doing is swinging. Yeah, and then Tim, you can always, if you have Twitter, you can always message me for help. This is another thing too, guys. I feel like I say this in every stream now. It's like don't ever this is for you, Tim. This is actually specifically at Tim. If you've never used Discord before, never open a direct message from anybody on Discord. It's probably a scammer. Which I know this is probably not the best thing to say, but I will never, even if you guys say I messaged you on Discord, I will say copy it and send it to me on Twitter so that you know it's me. Because they can make their accounts look like me and it's not me. It's very similar to like Instagram and TikTok, but like people fall for it sometimes and I don't want anybody falling for that stuff. So I just say I never use Discord messages just to avoid that for everybody. It's not me. I probably have hundreds of just unopened Discord messages and I just will never look. Yeah, I'm also pretty much always available in the Discord. Unless it's like a Friday night or afternoon, which in that case, please don't message me. Just kidding. You can. I'll respond. Dnut looking good here. ILMN. Isn't that like Illumin? Illumina? Yeah, there it is. You have a financial advisor, but you think you can do much better? Yeah, all right. Hold on. This is all right. This is different now. If you have an FA, depends on who they are, but I would say leave it. This is not, oh, we're going to go take short-term option trades with your retirement account. That's not what this is. I will also give you guys, like, I probably have between like 5 and 10 really high quality A+ ideas every single year for mid to long-term investments. So if you want to incorporate some of those into one of the accounts that you can use your discretion, and then by all means. But the other thing about FAs in general is that the way that they're set up, Tim, you can't actually, like, with a lot of these model portfolios, you with the fees incorporated as well, it is pretty difficult to significantly outperform, especially because a lot of the time, like, you're 56, they're not going to put you in risky stuff. They just won't. So you'll get your 7, 8, 9%. You'll trail the market by, like, I don't know, a couple bips, but you're still going to do pretty well with that. If you had me doing it, probably be a little different. I haven't looked at that yet, but like, if they don't allow you to hold overnight, I almost don't care. Because I think you said that. That's why I haven't looked at it, because you guys are like, oh yeah, you can't hold overnight. Guys, you do realize that, like, if we got set loose on a prop firm that allowed us to swing, Dnut, new highs. You guys do realize we'd bankrupt them within a month. If the market was hot, we'd bankrupt them in probably 2 weeks. Yeah, Dnut, new highs. There you go. That's why I always say, like, swing trading is so much better than day trading. Like, you guys know what would happen doing it for post-earn. Oh, Reaper, that's actually a really good idea for people with small accounts. The problem is, though, they probably have a select few names that you can trade. But if it's like a Facebook that does it, Neo rules. Yeah, is Neo above 5 yet? I tapped it today. Yeah, Dnut looking good here. Yeah, Dnut looking real good. There we go, team. Maybe this is the one. I don't know. I mean, this could be easily the follow-up to Open. It's 33% shorted. It has a name like Dnut. It's got a great chart. I mean, it's looking good. We're almost sitting. If it breaks a little higher today, I mean, we'll already be sitting at a 1-to-1 risk to reward, which is, I mean, that's not really what we're looking for, but it's be a good start, you know. But Reaper, that's actually a good idea. 15 to 20 at year end for Neo. I'm gonna have, even though I'm long, I will have to say I disagree unless they are really able to ramp up sales and profitability. I would say maybe if they're able to, like, actually follow through on a lot of the promises that they've made to shareholders, maybe at some point in 2026, maybe if they can get a big re-rate from the market. But like, again, it's not like price targets in general, even from analysts. Like I never have price targets ever. Like when people ask me, they're like, where do you think it can go? It's like, it's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking, like, once I get my entry based on the chart, it's all thesis driven. You know? It's not like, oh, if it hits X price, I'm selling. Palantir I sold in the 70s because the valuation was getting too ridiculous. Now, again, I would say even now with it at, I don't know, 140 something, 150, I don't know, I'd still sell it there. Because it was getting a little bit too aggressive for me. I was like, it's moving up too quick. It's up 9.3% up today, like every day. Yeah, well, it's not going to do that forever, dude. It's probably going to come back down to the 200 EMA at some point over the next few weeks here. Like, in that level is what, 3 something? 430. Which would be nice if the 200 were to actually move up like this. But, again, this is not going to just go vertical to 15. It's just not going to happen. Make sure you keep your expectations in check. Like, yeah, we're going to talk about these stocks, guys, but, like, I'm always going to talk about them from a realistic perspective. Like, is NEO going to go to 15 at the year? I mean, probably not. Crypto and futures soon, too. That's actually interesting. Reaper, I'd be very, especially for post-earnings, that would be a very interesting prop. Maybe I can get a little affiliate link for you guys. And we can go play around with that. That'd be pretty fun. For post-earnings, too. Well, see, here's the thing, Reaper. The problem is, like, a lot of the big gains on the post-earnings come in the following days. But holding Palantir long-term could really pay off for you, though. Guys, we owned it at 15. They should just grow. Let me think of a good analogy for this. This isn't gonna make sense. It is growing, but it would have to grow at, like, I think the number is like 45% year over year in order for it to like continue to hold this type of valuation. It's so wildly, it's like one of the most overvalued stocks on the market right now. So no, I mean, it could. That's why I say it's not one, like, I gave this one to you guys in the teens for Palantir. If you're still in it, great. But you don't buy it. You definitely don't buy it here. But it doesn't mean that you short it, you know? Like, I wouldn't short it. I think that'd be crazy to short that. Like a long-term short that, like, I'd trade maybe downside on it, but, like, I would not want to short that thing. Yeah, Dnut still looking good. It's in the gap now. I mean, it'd be interesting to see it get to 390. Today, I don't think so. If it does, that'd be pretty insane. Yeah, what are we at? We are at, what, 24 likes away from 100, guys. There we go. We have that 150 like goal. We're going to hit it on these daily streams eventually, I think. I think we're going to get there soon. Again, make sure you guys all have notifications turned on for the channel, too. Monday through Thursday, I'm live for you guys every day, publicly here at 10:30. And then Fridays, I'm live with you guys here, 9:15. For the Discord, I'm live every day at 9:15. Then Friday's big public live day. Ooh, little news. What do we got? Trump on the Philippines. I think we'll get a trade deal. Interesting. Yeah, this is a weird candle today because I don't think I saw any news coming out on that. That was interesting. LTMP for the win. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, guys, again, links at the top of the live chat. It's also the first one in the description. Make sure you guys use code July when you're hopping in. That gets you your first month for $1 a day. I told you guys last week. I've told you guys the week before. I'm just going to keep coming out here every week and being like, I told you guys, I'm just going to keep calling out the nastiest trades in the market. Ethan, shout out to you, buddy. 6,282% gains today. If you guys want to see it, it's on my Twitter. It's also on my Instagram. I might make a YouTube community post with it as well. It's just epic, man. Absolutely insane. Reaper hit it for 1,600%. That was pretty good. Yeah, so the only thing I have right now is Dnut. That's it. For trades. So we'll see. It either rips or it doesn't, you know? I actually might make a few TikToks and Instagram videos for you guys today. Because I want to highlight Kohl's, and then I also want to talk a little bit about Dnut. So, I think Instagram and TikTok are both short the VIX 1, but I don't know. I think TikTok. I know Instagram's short the VIX 1. What's TikTok? Yeah, TikTok is also short the VIX 1 for those of you guys that are on TikTok. You hit the like button every time? Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, overall slow market, though, today. Again, I wanted to see what happened with DraftKings there. It just, I mean, what's it doing now? Yeah, it's such a, like, this was such a good-looking setup. It had a nice break. It was holding decent with the market. They were doing a little bit of nonsense on the option chain. It tried to get above 45 today. I mean, all right, it's going to sell off through today's low. I'm not going to keep holding it, you know? Leave it be. I don't really need to do much. But I do think, I don't know, my spidey senses aren't really tingling on this one. It's just kind of like, it's there, we'll see what happens. If it does it, it does it. If it doesn't, whatever. VIX the short one. Yeah, guys, don't be talking to those scammers. Ask me questions in the live chat or questions on Twitter. Instagram's a little bit weirder, which is actually funny because that's how Kohl found us. Kohl didn't even know who I was, and then some random scam account of me messaged him, and then he was like, all right, I'm going to follow his real account, and then what do you call it? And then found me and jumped into the group, and it's just been crushing it in college. It's awesome. How's Lockheed? 70 cents above estimated earnings, but it's down 9%. They probably just didn't do enough. From the market here. Yeah, I don't know. There's something else in here. Posted a 1.6 billion pre-tax loss in Q2. That's what it is. Profit dropped 80%. Yeah, that's, I don't know what you're looking at there. Let me look, actually. That's probably why. Well, this right here, I mean, it was actually, it was down. It was 70 cents below expectations. So you just reverse it there. Dnut. Neo looks good too. Didn't see that. Yeah, it was 70 cents below. Apple likely to gain EU antitrust approval for App Store fees and rules. It's not really moving on that. Not really moving. But yeah, so it's 70 cents below, not above. Then they had a big loss. Which, is that bringing down my XAR? Oh. But look at this chart. Oh, I've owned this forever. This thing's up a lot for me. Dnut hanging out at the highs. I like it. Come on, let's get a push into like the 370s. Let's see. Let's see if people start, I don't know, hyping this one up somewhere. I think they might. Like, actually, let me see on Twitter if they're doing anything yet. Let's see. Is anybody talking about it? Yeah, they're getting there. No. Yeah, none of the big accounts have done it. Not that I see. It looks interesting, though. I like it. I don't know. Maybe Wall Street Bets starts hyping it. Maybe it doesn't. But it's pretty aggressively shorted. It's got a good setup. We'll see. It's also fun to be long Novo and Krispy Kreme at the same time. Target, please. No. I'm not doing Target. It's a good setup. I mean, if you break above this high, 106.42, you might run up a little bit there, but I just don't want to go near it, you know? Not for me. All right, we're 17 likes away from 100. We might be able to, well, that's the 100 like goal. The 150 like goal is what we have now. Trump on Philippines, close to a trade deal. Nice. Besson did say we were going to get some trade deals this week, but he also says that every week, so I don't really put much on that, you know? TXN and Enphase earnings tonight. Yeah, TXN is probably going to be the only one that we really look for, but I'll look at the pre-market gainers tomorrow morning, and we'll see. TXN could be fun. We've done some dirty work on TXN's post-earnings. Do you notice Novo's sympathy play? No, it's the pair trade of a lifetime, man. We're going to finance both sides of the conflict. We're going to be long donuts, and we're also going to be long Ozempic for the time being. That's what we're going to be doing. Ankles. Let's say, yeah, it's slow market. I just kind of want to see Dnut go on a little spiky spike, you know? All right. Did you ever buy some more Novo? Not yet. Thoughts on Google earnings? I mean, I could guess if you want. I mean, Google's been a pretty solid player in the AI space, so I think they're going to do pretty well, but who knows? Earnings are a gamble, guys. Earnings is like, it's a binary event. So that's why we talk a lot about the post-earning strategy and not like, let's see what happens going into, you know, like it's just, you're gambling. And like me just like speculating on like what Google's going to do on their earnings is like, it doesn't do anything for anybody, you know? Guess right, please. Where is it right now? I mean, that's already free for you, isn't it? It's got to be very free. Yeah, that was a great move. Wait, is it today? Oh, tomorrow. Market's going to be watching it, though. It could definitely move the market around. Trump on Powell, he's going to be out soon anyway. I don't know why he hates Powell so much. The only thing that Powell could have done is one rate cut. I think this year so far we should have done one. Other than that, there are almost too many variables for the Fed to account for right here. But they can't then come out and say that inflation ripping back to the upside is going to be the base case when we don't actually know that. And that is the mistake that I think the Fed has made this year, which is why Trump is going crazy. Also, the problem is, like, the Fed, like, moving around the federal funds rate will probably move around short-term interest rates, but they're not really going to have that much of an effect on, like, long-term interest rates, which are kind of... I mean, mortgage rates, sure, but like the Treasury is going to be like increasing the issuance on the short end of the yield curve anyway, so it's like they might get pushed out to longer. It's just like the market is going to decide what the interest rates are in T-bills and bonds and all the notes. It's not the Fed. The Fed is not setting those rates. Like, think about it. The time that I called, what was it? The top in the bond market and the bottom in yields was the day before the first rate cut. You know? The bottom in yields was the day before the first rate cut. I'll show you where it is. It was right here. It was this day. It was Tuesday, September something. Tuesday, September 17th. And what did we see out of yields after we started cutting rates? Ooh, they went from 3.6 to 4.8. Why? Well, it has to do with market expectations. If the market was expecting 8 rate cuts, which is basically what they were doing, 7, 8 rate cuts through the end of 2025 at this point here last year, well, then the market is going to need to price in even more cuts in order to have yields continuously go down. Well, that's going to be really difficult to do when the expectations were already that crazy. You'd have to see growth tank, unemployment skyrocket, and inflation move down to like CPI at like 1.5%, 1.25%, which was very unlikely to see happen. This year, though, there really isn't anything in the bond market and in the market's expectations of what's going to happen in the bond market for me to come out and give a big bond trade. There just isn't. The expectations are pretty much in line everywhere. Like two rate cuts this year for the expectation is fine. Like they can do that. If they push it to like 0 or a hike, then you could start longing bonds. Wait. Yes. Then you can start longing bonds. If it goes the other way, which is like, oh, now they're going to start pricing in 8 rate cuts, then you can start looking for short opportunities in the bond market. For like ZB, the actual bonds, not yields. It's the inverse if we're talking about yields. But team, it is 11:46. That is going to be it for us for today. Great work today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens with Dnut. And big, massive congratulations to all the people in the Less Trades, More Profits community that nailed Kohl's. That was a 6,000%er for Ethan over there. 1,600% for Reaper. Congratulations, man. For those of you guys that are still not in the group yet, there's the link. Use code July to hop in for $1 a day. I've said it before. I will say it again. I don't know how many more times you guys need to see me call out the best trades in the market for everybody. I'm just going to keep doing it. I told you guys last week that we were going to come in this week and you were going to see some crazy ones. And there it is. 6,000% on Kohl's. There's another one. So, guys, make sure you guys hop in before it's too late. Again, September, prices are going to be going up. If you hop in before, you're going to be locked in at the lower rate. But yeah, other than that, I'll probably have some Instagram and TikTok videos out for you guys soon. I'm going to do my best to get a YouTube video out for you guys today as well. But other than that, guys, have a great rest of your day. We're going to be back tomorrow with everybody at 10:30. Not 10:15. I messed that up today. It's 10:30. But all right, guys, I will see you. Peace.